Hi guys, so today's video is a tag, and I was tagged by the adorable Poli, or is it Poli? I might have to ask her about that one. I'll put her link in the sidebar along with all the wonderful ladies that I tag. I know in the past I really have kind of screwed up this whole tag business because I'm not quite sure how you do it and what to do, and you know, like I said before, I didn't even let them know that I tagged them, so like, of course they're not going to make a video because how are they supposed to know? Anyways, so everything will be in the sidebar, the links and such. So this video is called Never Have I Ever. So obviously it is things that I've never done in regards to beauty. These are beauty or sort of health, well maybe not so much health, but beauty related things. And obviously things you've never done. And I will start off by telling you what I just did, which is order more Ellis Voss. What can I say? I love them. Love, love, love her creamy eyes. I mean, they're cuckoo crazy good. So amazingly good. And I ordered a few more. But I will say, for anyone who's interested in ordering her products after using them every day now since I got them, I'm not crazy about that other applicator. Not crazy about it at all. They call it a shower head sponge applicator. I prefer the brushes. I wish they would just all be brushes. That other applicator, it was fine at first, and then since I've used it, it really dispenses out the product weird. It takes a long time. You know, you'll click it and then you'll wait, nothing will come out. You'll click it some more, nothing will come out. You'll click it one more time, nothing. Then you just wait and then tons will come out. I mean, it's just bizarre. So, and I don't think it's just me, because when I actually went online, I saw it on other blogs saying that they weren't crazy about that either. So perhaps she will change that, because it's just, you know, it just launched in January, I believe. So hopefully she will change that. But honestly, the products themselves, extraordinary. Extraordinarily good. Wow. Okay, so that's enough about that. Why don't we actually do what the video is supposed to be? Right. So I have never Botoxed, had plastic surgery of any kind, done IPL, although I will say I have investigated doing IPL, which is intense pulse light. So basically it's laser treatments to get rid of hyperpigmentation and sunspots. And the reason why I've been sort of on the fence is because, you know, once you get rid of that, the laser goes right down into this sort of deeper layers of the skin. It bypasses sort of the epidermis and stuff and goes right down and breaks it up. It kind of makes you more sensitive to the sun afterwards. So it's sort of a short-term gain for long-term pain. I'm not, you know, so I kind of have not taken the jump into doing that. So I've never threaded or waxed my eyebrows, although the threading looks really interesting. I'm sure there's tons of places here that do it. I just haven't come across it, but perhaps I'll investigate that a little more. I've never had lash extensions or hair extensions. I've never mascaraed my bottom lashes. What's the point? Do I really want to put a spotlight onto the fact that I've got 3 lashes down there? No. No. I'd much rather not do anything, and then people may assume that I, like regular people, actually have some bottom lashes, when in actuality I don't. So there you go with that. I've never zoomed whitened my teeth. I really love teeth whitening thing. I really have to investigate a little bit more, because I do want to do it. It's just that, like the rest of me, my skin and whatever, I'm really hypersensitive. I have 2 sensitivities to temperature and things, and I did hear that it's actually a bit painful to have that procedure done. I'd read about that, and then I actually went into a dental office and talked to them about it, and they said, yeah, it can be. And I said, well, I'm already kind of sensitive, and they said, yeah, then no, don't do it. It's really, it gives you a lot of discomfort and sensitivity for quite a few days afterwards. So I've never done that. I've never done a home dye job. I've never been a blonde. Now you may say, well, duh, you're Asian. Of course you've never been a blonde, but I will tell you, I have seen Asian girls in the city with blonde hair. Like really blonde hair, where from behind you just think that that's, you know, a blonde white girl, and it turns out they're 100% Asian. So I have sort of mixed feelings about that. On the one hand, I go, honey, that is your hair, your life. You do whatever you want and you rock it. You rock it. It's all about self-expression. So, you know, yay for you. And then on the other hand, you know, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Right. I've never used primer potion. Is it Urban Decay's primer potion? I've never used a primer on my eyelids. I have used paint pots, but I don't think those are considered actual primers. I've never tried Chantecaille products. I've heard a lot about them, and we just got them. Well, I don't know about just, maybe 6 months ago or whatever at Holt's, and really, really wanted them for quite a while. And then when I actually saw them in person, I wasn't blown away. Nothing kind of spoke to me. I wasn't compelled. They're very pricey here, like extraordinarily so. I'm sure like a powder is like $110 or something. It's just crazy. So yeah, perhaps one day I'll dabble into it, but when I did finally see them, I was very underwhelmed. So there you go about that. I've never tried Urban Decay. I've never tried Too Faced. I'm sure there's tons of product lines I haven't tried. Those are just the two that come to mind. I've never set foot in a Sally's, a CCO's, or an Ulta, believe it or not. I did recently hear from Elaine that we have a Sally's in Canada, and we have them out in the burbs. And I've just never gone out into that area at all. Perhaps one of these days I will trek out there, but it's not really, I don't know. You know, I've lived this long without it, and I heard it was actually very, very small, and I'm not sure if we would get the exact same products as Sally's in the States, but, you know, maybe one of these days I'll venture out. I've never done nail art. I've never foiled. In fact, I didn't even know what the heck foiling was until I saw it in Elaine's video. Well, perhaps I knew sort of what it was. I knew that you could wet your brush and use it that way with shadows, but I didn't know it was actually called a name. And called foiling. So I've never done that. I've never worn Arabic makeup. It's so beautiful. I'm really quite mesmerized. Anytime I see it, I'm really, really drawn to it. It's so gorgeous looking, but it's also very, very heavy. And I don't tend to wear heavy makeup, but if it had been around or sort of had some exposure when I was in my teens and 20s, I think that I would definitely have done that, because back then, you know, it was like 2 hours of just smacking it all on. As much as I could get on my face, I would spend hours on it and just do like rainbow eyes of every color. I think there was some sort of Christian Dior ad back in the 80s, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna just do rainbow eyes. I mean, it was just crazy. Anyways, I've never worn black lipstick. Even in my punk days, believe it or not. I don't know why, because I wore black everywhere else, but just not on my lips. I've never spray tanned professionally in those booths or done any of the Saint-Tropez, any of those things, because frankly, it's just too much work. It is just like the exfoliating and the buffing and the spraying and the rubbing and the gloves and the, oh my gosh, no. I've never had a tattoo, and I've never had a personal trainer, spinning class. I don't know if that's considered beauty, but it's, you know, taking care of yourself. And lastly, I've never had my G-string hang out of my jeans on purpose, ever. And, you know, accidentally, like the first video I ever shot, when I looked back at it, you could see my G-string. And so I had to delete it because nobody wants to see that. And it wasn't in jeans. I was probably wearing pajamas bottoms. So. But for the girls, I don't know where this craze came from, where you're wearing low-slung jeans and your G-string hangs out for the world to see. Oh my gosh, how did that ever become, you know, a thing to do? It just kind of took off and everybody was sort of doing it. And can I use this word? I don't like to be judgmental. I try very hard not to be, although I think it's natural that people are, you know, they have judgments about things. But skanky, can I say skanky? Really? I mean, honestly, it's just not a look that's very becoming. So, my time's up. And I tag anyone, not just the ladies in the sidebar, whoever wants to do it, feel free to do it. I think this is a fun one, and you definitely have to use your noodles, so that's a good thing. Thanks so much for watching.